I'd like to talk to you today about how you can use your breath to hack the way that your body and mind respond to stress. You know, I have a lot of people asking me, I really, really want to change, but why can't I? So like it or not, we've programmed ourselves to run on autopilot. And unless we rewrite this autopilot and reprogram the way that we respond on every level, then we're just going to be setting ourselves up for failure. Now, let's talk about breathing. On average, we take about 20,000 breaths every day. And our breathing directly responds to how we're feeling emotionally. So if I were to say, how would you breathe if you were feeling stressed or anxious? How would your breathing respond? Maybe you'd start to breathe faster. Maybe your chest would start to lift, your shoulders go up and down. Now, this is actually a panic breath. What's happening is your brain is sending signals to these muscles through here, these scalenes, to lift your chest up quickly so that you can take the maximum amount of oxygen in that you need, which is triggering this FFF reflex, this fight, flight, or freeze response. In this moment of danger or panic, this is how we respond to stress, which is not a bad thing, it's natural. What's not natural is holding on to the stress once the moment passes. So for example, once the stressful moment passes, I continue to think about it, or I talk to my friends about it, or I post on social media about how this guy was such an asshole to me in the shops. So we relive it emotionally, and we relive physically also the response that stress has in our body. So imagine we start to practice this panic breath, becomes a habit, and eventually we totally forget how to breathe altogether. So here are 3 simple techniques that you can use to begin to retrain the way that you breathe and help your muscles to remember the way that we breathe when we're feeling happy, relaxed, and calm. So one method is if you bring yourself into the rest position. And now from here, it allows you to release the shoulders properly and open up properly into the sides and backs of your lungs as you breathe deeply. So all you need to do is just lay there in that position and just take some deep, comfortable breaths. Simple as that. Just breathing deeply is going to retrain these muscles and the way that they work. The second method that you can use is by closing your eyes and visualizing the smell of a sweet flower or the smell of freshly cut grass or any smell which makes you feel happy and peaceful, which you really like. And as you do that and close your eyes and imagine yourself taking a deep breath in, notice again how much easier it is to take this deep, comfortable breath and how you feel your shoulders all relaxing. It's just training ourselves in this way to reprogram the way that our body moves and to reprogram the way that we are able to get ourselves into that peaceful state when we need to. And the third way that we can use is just by grabbing a TheraBand and wrapping it around our ribs and taking some deep breaths again into the sides and backs of your lungs. If you don't have a TheraBand, you can just place your hands here on your chest, or if you just want to stand, breathe deeply and really feel the rib cage opening and closing as you take those deep, comfortable breaths. And then through here, once you start to develop, practice this every morning at the beginning of the day so that you can tell yourself, okay, this is how I want to breathe today. And in those moments of stress, when you do start to feel this panic breath happening, observe it, notice it. Once that moment of stress passes, physically shake your body out, just like a rabbit would do. You know, if a rabbit gets caught in headlights, what do? They freeze their bodies up, physically lock their bodies. And then when the moment of stress passes, they shake that tension out through their bodies. They don't go over to their rabbit bunnies and be like, oh my gosh, I nearly died here. You don't see cats and dogs running around with like chronic back pain and neck pain. It's just us that bring back and relift this stress, which brings it into our bodies as well. So the answer is practice your breathing. These 3 different methods every morning. Retrain the way that your body starts to respond. Become more conscious in these moments when you do feel yourself becoming stressed. Bring yourself into the deep breathing, imagine yourself smelling this flower. And then the third way you can use is talk to yourself in those moments. Use your words, emotionalize. And as we start to use the right words, we send the right vibrations to our brain as well. You know, I'm peaceful, I'm calm, I'm loving, I'm kind. Just using the right words, the right techniques with your body, and the right focus as well to observe when those moments happen. Align all your three centers and helps you to make such a fast change. So ultimately, if you want to be peaceful, if you want to be happy, if you want to be successful, all you need to do is start thinking, feeling, and moving like a happy, peaceful, successful person. Thank you very much.